Okay, let's begin. Ram Lamed Bees Amid Aleph. Amid Bees Amid Aleph. Pesiyata Dishmaya. I'll just mention if anyone feels that they missed and they don't know what's going on, there's nothing that you need to know. This is all brand new. All I will say is just take one moment to flip back to Chav Testament Bees to the Mishnah. Take one moment to look at just the din in the Mishnah. The Mishnah on the third line says, Nifritzu olav. Nifritzu literally means torn. Olav are the leaves. Nifritzu olav, if the leaves are torn, puzzle. Nifridu olav, if the leaves, the olive, the leaves are separated kosher. We will hopefully have pencils tomorrow night. I apologize. We encourage to write. And I don't know when this is Gemara's run, but I have written in my Gemara all these words also. I have Nifritzu, it says torn, and Nifridu says separated. So I only encourage what I do myself. And we'll all realize that it's a good thing. So the Mishnah's Machali.
You said against the days that it fell off.
Which one? Oh, fell off, torn. Good. One is torn off, and one is separated. That detail is what we do. Good. So says the Gemara. Let's see this chalak. Nifritzu olav v'chul. Omar Rav Papa. Nifritzu. What does it mean, nifritzu? The avid ki chufya. That it's made like a broom. So first of all, anyone who has a blue Gemara, you have the pictures in the back of your Gemara, by the way. Or we have picture books, different types of picture books. Whoever needs stimulation to keep yourself focused. But the Avid Ki Chufya means it's made like a chufya is a broom. What does it mean that it's made like a broom? This is perhaps the worst picture I've ever seen in my life. Whoever would like, they could see it. It means it's separated. Was you have the same bad one? Yeah, it's like hard to see what's going on. I have something over here. It means that the leaves were ripped off and put back on. That's what a broom is. A broom is that the leaves were detached. This Gishmaka children's picture book, I think they got it right. Nifritzu olav is that the leaves are mamish ripped off and then attached back on. And that's the reason that it's going to be possible. Nifritzu olav, the leaves are completely detached. Says the Gemara, Nifritzu da'avid ki chofya. It's made like a broom. Nifridu, what does separated mean? The ifrid afrude, it just separated. Separated is going to be kosher. So, Rav Papa. So Rav Papa has a shayla. Nechliku hatiyomes. If the tiyomes is a word you need to know. Tiyomes is the spine of the leaf. The spine is the innermost leaf, is the leaf that splits in two. Every leaf splits in two, but the spine is when you see it going up and it splits at the top. That is the spine. That they probably have a decent picture. Yeah, all these pictures are hard. But the point of the story is that middle leaf is the spine. So nechliku, it's split. Nechliku atiyemes mahu. What is the halacha if the tiyemes is split? Says the Gemara, Tashema. The Amar Rav Yechon, Amar Rav Yeshua ben Levi, nitla hatiyemes. If the tiyemes is nitla, which means it's literally removed, natal means to take. The tiyemes is taken away, puzzle. Now, the word translation here is difficult. The Gemara itself grapples with what the word means. Says the Gemara, my love, what does it mean, nitla? Nitla means it's taken. What it means it's taken. You take out the spine, God bless you. Says the Gemara, Rabavi, like you just said, my lab hu hadin nechliku. It says nitla. What does it mean taken? But l'chayra means the same thing as split. Says Gemara life. Nitla shiny. Natal is different. Why is Natal different? Says the Gemara. The chasar lay, because it's lacking. If the spine is taken, removed, whatever that means, says the Gemara, then it's not there at all. There's no more spine. There's no more spine, then it's possible. If you're going to tell me that all it is, it's split, then it's going to be kosher. But if it's taken, then it's missing, then it's going to be possible. Now, what's that difference? What exactly does it mean? So this is a big point of contention, what exactly it means. What exactly it means. If you look over here, they point out, if you look over here, there's different shitas. Here you see Taisus' shita, is that the leaves are mamish, it's off. Look, you see this, the middle guys are snipped off. That's how Taisus learns. Other learns it means it's where it's split. Difficult to Gemara, but the point of the story is that if it's split, It's a machlekes whether it's going to be just on puzzle or because it's lacking. Ikadiamri, another lashon. Amar Rav Yochanan, Amar Rav Shimon Levi, nechleku atiemis. Now again, ikadiamri. Just what is an ikadiamri? Ikadiamri means there are those that say ikadiamri is always restating what we just said. The exact same thing, one nuance different. So ikadiamri, there are those who say what we just said in a slightly nuanced difference. Ikadiamri, Amar Rav Yochanan, Amar Rav Shimon Levi, nechleku atiemis. If the tiemis is split, Naase kimishen nitla. It's as if it's taken hatiyemes impossible. So the Ikadi Amri is basically just saying what we just said in slightly different words. Not that it was a kasha and a teretz. Not that what is nechliku. No, nechliku is that it is lacking and it is possible. So again, let's this. There's no difference. Yeah, it's just another way of saying it. It's not a kasha and a teretz. It is this. Let's read it again. It'll be clear. Let's see the Gemara one more time. Bayirapap. Nechliku atiemis. If the tiemis is split, ma. What's the halacha? So in the first lashon, I just went back a few lines. Rav Papa posed as a shayla. What is the din if it's split? Tashem Adam Rav Yochanan Shimon Levi. Nitla. It's possible. Again, what was the shayla? Nechlika. The shayla was split. He answered nitla, if it was taken. The Gemara assumes a ma'ilav huadin that it's the exact same thing. Nechlika. It's the same thing. What's the difference? You take it or it splits. Responds the Gemara, no, lie. Nitla shiny. Taking it is different. Why is taking it different? Because it's lacking. So you should know that is this nuance. The question was if it's split. I ask you, what's the story if the spine is split? And you say to me, well, if the spine is missing, it's possible. And then someone says, it's the same thing, split and missing. Says, no, you genius, it's not the same thing. One is that it's missing, and one is that it's split. It's not the same thing. You're right. That's really the give and take in the first lashon. The second lashon is, look at the second lashon now. If it's split, we make it as if it's as if it's lacking and puzzle. Meaning the detail is, the chiddush is, mamash, what you're saying. It's not missing. It's there. It's just split. The chiddush is that we view it as if it's not there. But it's there. It happens to be a very but it's a very big chiddush. Here's my spine, so it's split. Says the Gemara, it's possible. You know why it's possible? Because it's missing. Rabbi, it's not missing. It's right there. They're just not together. The chiddush is when something is split, we view it as if it is lacking and it's possible. So the two Lishanas Gemara are going to that chiddush. What's the chiluk? What's the difference? In the first Lashon, it was a shayla. It was a teret. Isn't it the same? And the maskana was what? No, it's different. So now what comes out is the first lashon and the second lashon are not saying the same thing. Why? According to the very good, Mama should ask the difference. According to the first lashon, when is it possible? Only if it's lacking. But if it's split, it's going to be kosher. According to the second lashon, what is the din? If it's split, it's the same thing as if it's lacking. It's going to be possible. So over here, the Ikad Yami, this one nuance changes the whole world. It goes out of its status of being there. Correct. So again, according to the first lashon, it's all about being hafuch. According to the first lashon, if it's lacking, we just said the same thing. I agree with you. If it's lacking, it's possible. If it just split, it's kosher. According to the second lashon, no, a split spine is called lacking, and that's going to be possible. Which brings out very, very strongly l'chayra. With this understanding, you now have a very simple understanding. Why is a split spine possible? Why? It's there. The Gemara is teaching us, you know why it's possible? Because a spine, by its very definition, is a spine. If you go azai and you split your spine, you're not a spine. It's kimi. It's as if it's lacking. It goes so far, it's as if it's chaser, which by the way is a massive chiddush because it's there. It's ki'ilu. It's as if. Correct.
Also, to say it could be
Correct. That's a chiddush to say it that way. Chayra, the Gemara says kimi as if it's not there. That's true. It could be that's also true. But right now the Gemara is viewing it. It's not there. Yeah, I'm sorry.
that's the whole point of the lulav.
Yeah.
And that's what you say. Everything has to be combined together. So
Correct.
It's not combined anymore.
Could be. It could be. It could be that's the longest. In a chanami. I don't know. I just know the Pasha Gemara. The first again. So let's just get it clear. According to the first lashon, if I ask you what is the din of nechliku atiyaimes, if the spine is split, it is kosher. Why is it kosher? Because it's there. It's separated. I don't care. According to the second lashon, if it's split, it's possible. Why is it possible? It's kilu. It's similar as if it is split. A beautiful nuance how we see the difference, and that's really what the Ika Diamri is. The Ika Diamri is the second lashon is like the first havamina, and the first maskana is going to be different. Beautiful. One more. Let's just start one more drop, and we'll stop in 90 seconds for a chazar. Rabbi Yehuda Aimer. Tanya, we learned in a brayso. Rabbi Yehuda Aimer Misham Reb Tarfin. Kapois tomorrow. That's a pasuk. The pasuk says that your lulav is l'kachta l'chem b'yom harishon pri eitz hadar. If you want to look, you have the pasuk somewhere in your Gemara, bottom right hand side. Pri eitz hadar kapois tamarim va'anaf eitz avdos. So says Rabbi Yehuda, you know what kapois tamarim means? Kapois im haya parud. If it is separated, yichaf tenu. You should bind it together. So Rabbi Yehuda learns that intrinsic in the definition of what a lulav is that if it's separated, bind it together. Good question. We don't know anything yet. What does it mean separated? What does it mean bound? Who cares? Oh, you're saying that it comes a point it's not that way. Yeah. Good. Good. Very good. So the answer could be it depends on how much. Depends on how much. If you go back, what did Rabbi Yehuda in the Mishnah hold? Rabbi Yehuda in the Mishnah said, Ya'agidenu milmala. A new din. Now, you're pointing out very, very correctly. Oh, very good. Does that mean Rabbi Yehuda holds that if you have a separated thing, you could fix it by binding it? Or maybe Rabbi Yehuda holds intrinsic in a lulav is you have to bind it. Why do you have to bind it? Who says you have to bind it? Oh, the pasuk says kapois tamarim. The definition is if something isn't bound it together. Very good question. We don't yet know how that is. Very good. So kapois tamarim, a tamar is a tree. It's a type of tree. So the literal translation is like, I think if you open an article, it's like a palm frond or something like that. So Rabbi Yehuda, which is very interesting, you really bring a very good point. Who cares? The name dictates that's the chiddush Rabbi Yehuda, and we're just going to look at the kasha of the next Gemara. We're going to stop. Omri Rabbi Yehuda Rashi, mimai dahai kapois tamarim. How do you know the lulavahu? How do you know this thing is a lulav bichlal? Ema charuta. Maybe it's something else. So the Gemara is going to say it needs to be kapois v'leka, and then tomorrow we'll dive weiter. Okay, let's stop over here. Let's try to start on the right foot, which is to start with a good chazara. The one thing I didn't mention last night, I want to add on right now, why we want to focus on the reading. We said this a while back, and a lot of guys said they're mentioning to them, because we don't want to be that parent. When our child comes home and says, Abba, Daddy, can you learn with me? We start getting sweaty palms and quickly looking for the article. We want to be a parent that's confident in reading a shtik Gemara, and the only way that happens is by reading Gemara. So, let's dive in. Let's start a chazara. You can do it with the guy next to you. You can do it yourself, everyone, however you want. The ikar is, let's just try to spend the next 3-4 minutes reading through. It could be over time. If we get a good enough consistency, shtik will make chavrusa matzav, everyone read each other. But for the moment, let's just dive in and everyone get the reading klar.